Hello, lovely ones. How are you? I hope you're good. I hope everyone is okay. Yes, I hope you're nice. I hope you're following, and I hope you're taking this serious. It's not because she can't see me. She can't see me scribbling. She can't see me not paying attention. Is that all is well? No. You need to pay attention. You need to act. You are 7, for God's sake, now 7 or 8. So you know what to do. All right. My name is Habiibah. I am talking to you mathematics. We are going to discuss mathematics. I'm saying mathematics. I'm not going to be teaching. I'm just going to be discussing with you, simply because mathematics is everywhere in everyday life. You keep practicing mathematics all the time. We've been doing counting, adding, subtracting, dividing, counting numbers as in whole numbers. You know, I'm now imagining if someone sends you, mommy or daddy or whoever sends you to the kitchen and asks you to count the oranges or the tomatoes that are there. Reaching there, you find when there is an orange that is not full, but that orange is having there's a piece. Mommy used the piece, and there's this other piece that is remaining. I'm wondering what you're going to say. Will you just go and say, mommy, there are only 3 oranges, if there are 3, and you leave out this half, this piece? No, you need to count it. There are 3 oranges, but there's also this other piece. It's not a full orange, but it's just a piece of an orange. Wow, that's what I am here to do today. I'm going to take you through counting in pieces, okay? Counting in parts when something is not full, okay? So I'm counting. We're going to count in parts, and that is what you call fraction. I believe you have ever heard of this word. Yes, so fraction is a part of a whole. This thing is not full. Okay, this thing is not full. You see, this is a full piece of chalk. So I'm imagining you find that piece of chalk, and you also find this. You see, this is a full one, and this is a piece. So you can say these are 2 pieces of this one piece, and this is a half of this. So it can't be 2 pieces of chalk. I found a piece of chalk and a half of a piece of chalk. All right. Well, I want us to see. I'm having an orange. I want us to see how we can name fractions. I have my orange here. I have my orange here. And I cut it into 2 equal parts. Then I eat up this part. I eat up that part. So I ask you, what part have I eaten? Yes, what part have I eaten? At first, an orange was 1, then you cut it into how many parts? 1 and 2. And then how many parts did I eat? I ate only 1 part. But how many were they out of the 2 parts that were there? So this 1 out of the 2 is what we call a fraction. So a fraction is simply a part of a whole. This was a whole orange, and then I ate 1 part, and at first there were 2 parts, and I just consumed 1 part. Naming a fraction is so simple. I have this is an apple maybe. My apple is here. Should I call it an apple or a pizza? Whatever you want to call it. Or a chapati. And I give it out. I have these parts. How many parts are here? Yes, these are 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. These are 3 parts. And then, before eating it, a friend of mine, actually 2 of them, come. Nobody, Habiibah, we are really, really hungry. Do you mind sharing with me? Do you mind sharing with us? I say, okay, no problem. Sharing is caring. So I'm like, I give out this piece to the other girl, a friend of mine, and also this piece to the other girl, because there are two. So I have, how many parts have I given out? 1, 2. I've given out 2 parts. But how many were there? How many parts had I got out of my chapati? There were 1, 2, 3. 2 parts out of 3. So this is 2 out of 3. 2 parts out of 3. These are the parts. If they ask you to find the fraction of the shaded part. So when you look at this, how many parts are shaded here? 1 part is shaded out of the how many? 1, 2. 1 part is shaded out of the 2 parts. Here we are on number 2. How many parts are shaded here? 1, 2. 2 parts out of how many? 1, 2, 3. 2 parts out of 3 parts. There's a time when they can trick you and they say, oh, find the fraction of the unshaded part. Oh, unshaded. So you see, the one that is not shaded, and you find out how many are they. In this case, if I'm asking the unshaded fraction, I'll say, hey, 1 part out of the how many? 1, 2, 3. As simple as that. Let's move on and see. I have this. I have this. You're going to tell me, normally the number down, if you actually see, the number down is for the number of all parts that figure has, or that shape has. And the number up is for the number of the, if it's shaded, yes, the number of shaded parts. If it is unshaded, it should be the number of the unshaded part. This is my shape now. I want to know how many parts are here. Let's first identify the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a shape that is having 6 parts. And then let's see. So if I ask you to write the fraction of the shaded parts, fraction of the shaded parts, what will this be? Let's go. Counting only the shaded ones. Count with me. 1, 2. These are the shaded ones. And then over the total number of parts. So how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 6 parts. So these are 2 parts out of the 6 parts. Okay? Yes. So they can even ask you to draw. They can ask you to draw. If they ask you to draw, for instance, this is number 4, and they ask you to draw. If they ask you to draw 2 parts out of the 4 parts, the shape you're going to draw, how many parts should it have? Yes, the beautiful children have said, the part I'm going to draw, the shape I'm going to draw, it could be any shape. I prefer using a circle. Do you know why? Because a circle, I can easily draw it using a bottle top. We have so many bottle tops at home, don't we? From the Renzori bottles, from the soda bottles. So a bottle top is very, very, very ideal and very, very important. So if I get my bottle top, I can be able to draw the shape. So if I have 2 out of 4, that means my shape is going to be having 4 parts, and then I shade the 2. All right, this is my shape. 2 out of 4. This is my shape here, and I provide 4 parts, and they form 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many am I going to shade? I'm shading. You're supposed to be so neat. Even when you're shading, it's okay to use a ruler so that your work can be nice. So they told me to shade 2 out of 4, 2 parts out of the 4 parts, and this is what I drew. You can draw another shape, okay? You can draw a square, and provided the number down is for the number of the parts, the total number of parts, and then the number up is for the effect. What are you going to do? Are you going to shade, or it's the unshaded part that is required from you? I'm going to give you some exercise. I believe you can count fractions now. That's what I'm believing, and you can create as many numbers as possible. I told you in mathematics we don't just sit, okay? It's okay. You have to keep practicing and keep making so many other numbers. I hope you'll do it. Neatness. It's supposed to be neat. Neatness is very, very important here. Use a bottle top and a ruler and a sharp pencil when you're doing the exercise. I love you so much. Till we meet again. Bye-bye.